know, many times we look out the window and we see life in a certain mode, certain perception of what we think and what we accept as real. And the human mind has been conditioned in such a way that we can only accept what we see and what we feel with our eyes, our hands, what we smell with our nose. These confirm reality for us. But the truth is that we are not here. We are not really here. We think that we are existing in a world that is uniform and everything has its place. Everything seems to run its course, seems reliable, and we interpret this as reality, as living. But we are not living, because in order to live, if we were living to our full potential, then we would know how to use our minds properly. We only use a small percentage of our brains in order to carry out our day-to-day functions. So why the rest? Why is it unavailable to us? And how would we gain access to it? In order to gain access to the dormant part of your mind requires more than clairvoyance and telepathy. You have to experience the world in a detached form. And once you experience the world in this detached form, you can see the grid, the earth grid, and see it for all what it is. If you don't know about the earth grid, then do this. Next time you're walking down the street, down the high road, doesn't matter where you are walking, just take a look at the scenery in front of you, everything that is in your view. Look, and ask yourself this: out of everything that I see in front of me, what is real? And once you ask yourself that question and you get to see the world in that form, for a split second you can almost see the earth grid. If you concentrate really hard, you look at the scenario, you look at the scenery, and you take the scenario like, what am I looking at right now that is real? And you take away, deject all the stuff that is not real, and then you are left with the only things that can exist. And what I discovered is that our whole world, the houses, the trees, the cars, none of that is really there. Okay, the trees might be there, the plants are really there because they are another form of life. But the buildings, the houses, all of that, it does not exist. The only thing that is real are the trees, the plants, and the ground. Now, once you digest that from your mind, once you absorb that and tell your mind this, you look and you say, what is real, what is real? Detract all the stuff that I've just told you that isn't real. Use your mind's eye to move it out the way, and then you will see the earth grid, for only maybe for a tiny fraction of a second. But in that tiny fraction of a second, you get to see reality for what it is. And you get to learn the truth. And the truth is, they have been lying to you. They have been lying to you for so many years. And all you have to do is carry out a few simple experiments like that, and you will experience the true form of reality. You will see the way how atoms and molecules are arranged to make certain shapes. All of our reality is based on geometry, shapes, and different squares, circles, oblongs. Everything is determined by a shape. Now, in order to create those extra dimensions that scientists so often go on about, you need to reform the shape And in order to reform the shape, you have to realize the truth about it, that the shape is not really there. Once you break that code, you can reform whatever part of geometry that you are looking at into a new type of design, a new shape, a new dimension. And you can add and subtract these things as and when you wish. But you can only do that through training the mind and realizing the truth about reality. That the only thing that exists in the world right now is the tree, the ground, and the plants, and the sky. Everything else is not really there. Everybody experiences their own world exclusively. No two people see the same rainbow. Colors appear different to everybody else. So once you realize this, it can also help you to change your world. You experience your world through your eyes. Nobody else can experience it for you. But in order to see the true glory, in order to receive the true magnificence, you must break the cycle and break the spell. And the more you break it, the more the detachment will be revealed towards you. This is the language of the gods. This is the Isis. It is the essence of the universe that we cannot experience because of the way how our minds have been blocked out from receiving those frequencies. Because everything has a certain vibration, a frequency which it vibrates at. And that frequency determines its color, shape, size. And through those frequencies is how we experience the reality of this world. And once you understand about frequencies and learn about how things can exist, you will also understand that just ahead of you and behind you, there are parallel universes of this place existing right now. Just 1 second ahead of you is another world existing. A world that you cannot experience because our minds has been shut down. And there are beings, entities around us constantly, all the time, living just a second ahead of us. But that is enough. Because if they exist a second ahead of us or a second behind, we cannot see them. But they can see us because they have already learnt the art of manipulating frequencies and manipulating sounds and learning about their surroundings. I've given you the keys. I've given you the power. Now, the rest is up to you.